All right, cool. That's all I wanted to do. I'm ready when you are, my friend.
Woo!
All right,
That,
bless you.
that took a minute.
How we feeling? We ready now?
I think we're ready now. I think we
My
can do
hands are
this.
already cold.
I think.
You're listening to another episode of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and John.
What's going on, night shifters? We're back. It's episode 128. It's a Monday that we were recording this on. I think we're back to our routine.
Finally,
I'm Chuck. That's John. And
I am the universe's youngest Gen Xer.
yes, and I had a boring weekend.
You had a very boring weekend, huh? Nothing
Nothing.
happening?
Man, worked on some stuff for the race car. Didn't work on the race car itself,
Mm-hmm.
but worked on like the trailer and stuff like that. It
Yeah.
was kind of cold Saturday. Been working on the basement. I'm working on my new podcast studio
Studio. Gotcha.
um,
Gotcha.
area, which once it's completed, it'll be a neat little background,
Yeah.
little little podcast corner, if you
That's
will.
awesome. I was thinking about doing the same up in my upstairs.
Are you going to run Liam out?
No, he's got a room downstairs now. That's been a playroom for the last couple of years. We just shoved all of the kids' toys up there,
Oh
every bit
yeah,
of toys. So like
yeah,
we don't. It, it was actually really smart because now we don't have toys all over the living room, all over bedrooms. Like
yeah,
it was
yeah.
really smart to just make them keep all the freaking toys up there.
And you'll be like, I'm upstairs.
Yeah, yeah. I want to have that. I want to be able to be like, I'm upstairs. They're like, Daddy,
Yeah,
can you do that? No,
I'm upstairs. I'll be
can't
downstairs,
do that.
actually
Find your mama.
hiding under the stairs when
Is
my
that where you're
son.
gonna be?
Yeah, I got a little cubby
Yeah,
under the
yeah,
stairs, and
yeah,
I've been looking. I'm like, man, that'd be perfect for a podcast corner.
yeah. That's awesome, man. That'd be sweet. Get that thing all set up where you don't have to do anything. You can just go and sit
Yeah,
down
like
when it's
like
time.
the tripod stays right there. You got a
Yeah,
little desk, not a big desk, just a little spot to hold the stuff.
yeah, man. That'd be great for you. It'd be great for the podcast, dude. We'll get some routine to this.
Yeah, we might even
Soon
have a
enough, we'll
record.
be busting out the Hawaiian shirts.
That's right. That's right.
We're gonna have a uniform here on last night's
Uh,
coffee. I'm
we're
thinking.
we're gonna start the campaign closer once Lent starts. I think it's starting here pretty soon to wear a Hawaiian shirt on Palm Sunday
Oh,
because that's the most appropriate day to wear a Hawaiian shirt to church, right?
it is. It is. You are absolutely correct.
I mean, because a lot of churches will they'll have like the one I grew up in on Palm Sunday. They used to have the kids like put palms down,
Right.
right? So I don't know if churches still do that or not. I don't think our church does it. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But yeah. So you just wear your Hawaiian shirt,
Hmm.
preferably one that's got a palm tree on it of some sort,
Right.
to Palm Sunday.
Right. And I've got just the shirt, man. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I think the Magnum shirt has palms on it, so I'll be wearing that. I
You've
won't
got
wear.
you've got quite the collection already, don't you, of Hawaiian shirts? Like
I've
you've
got a
got a
few.
few to
I've
choose
got.
from.
I don't have a plethora yet, but I'm getting there.
You got close to a plethora? Are you
How many does it constitute
on
to
the
make
brink of plethora? Is that
on
what
the
you are?
on the brink of plethora? It's a plethora. You know what movie that's from, right?
Princess Bride. Right?
No,
Isn't
no,
that
the
where he
other
talks about plethora?
no. That's it's in Three Amigos.
Oh, Three
He
Amigos.
goes,
That's what it is.
El
That's right.
Guapo goes, would you say I have a plethora? A plethora? He says it with a Mexican accent,
Yeah.
and he goes, "What's that mean?" you know,
Uh,
it means
that's
many
such a
amigas.
good movie, man. I love that movie.
He goes, yes, you have a plethora.
I'd say you have a plethora.
So I
Good times,
watched.
man.
Have you ever watched Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise?
No.
Do you like kind of like time loop movies?
Yeah, of course, man.
You should watch it.
Okay.
He's
All right.
stuck in a time loop.
Oh, sounds terrible.
It's that one. Do you remember um, the one where he's got like this mech soldier mechanized unit on him?
I don't recall that. No, I was just running through my memory banks, and I remember him being in like the Minority Report, which that's not it. I was thinking of that, and then I was also thinking of Oblivion, which I remember him being in, which is kind of like spacey, but it wasn't time.
That's the one with Morgan Freeman, right?
Think so.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's the one
That's the
where
one
he's
where
like,
he like finds more of himself.
yeah, that one's pretty good.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like I like those weird Tom Cruise movies like that.
Me too, man. He does a lot of one-offers, like Tropic Thunder is a perfect example of like a one-off movie for Tom Cruise
Yeah,
just to pop up in.
yeah. You know they've green lighted the third Top Gun movie.
I had seen a headline about it, so I didn't read the actual article, but I figured it was coming. I mean, this
Yeah,
last one was so successful.
I don't understand why it took so long to do the second one because the first one was such a big hit. But
Scientology didn't approve.
sci- speaking of Scientology,
Oh, sweet.
I'm glad you brought up Scientology. They may try to take us out over this one.
Over what one?
Supposedly, there is a news article
Okay.
that they have basically bought up the town of Clearwater, Florida.
What?
Yes,
No.
yes, like they own 87 buildings in Clearwater. The church itself, not counting the Scientologists that live there.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Dude, is Bert already in Scientology?
what if he is?
I mean, he's
What?
from Tampa. That's right. I mean, Clearwater's in Tampa, basically.
Yeah, I've spent time in Clearwater.
Yeah, that's where I went to the Junior Olympics one year.
I had some great aunt and uncle.
Wow.
Yeah, that lived in there, and I
Were they
went when I was
Scientologists?
no, they were holiness,
Okay. Okay.
congregational holiness, of
Right.
course.
Right.
Um, not that far removed, depending on who you ask.
That's true. In some people's perspectives, it might not be
But
all that different.
might not
Um,
be all that different.
that's some
But yeah,
people, though. That's not me. I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying that, but
Well, that's
I went
really
down there.
strange. Why is Scientology buying up all the buildings in Clearwater? Are they renting them out? Like, are there businesses in there? Are they just remaining vacant? Are they having church there? Like, what's going
You
on?
know, that's a good thing. We should that we have Google so we can verify.
Yeah, I'm just really curious why they would even 87 or whatever you said. Like, why would you even buy up 80 something buildings
I don't
in
know,
a little,
Scientology in Clearwater.
uh-huh.
Wait, Scientology in Clearwater. Boom. Okay, so
According to
ooh,
investigations, Tampa Bay Times, the church, its members and companies they control now own 185 properties that cover 101 acres in the center of downtown. Half the properties were bought since January 2017. The land grab started as tensions grew between the church and the Clearwater City Council.
okay, so
So they wanted to show their authority.
yeah, I guess I don't have to read the article now.
That was amazing. Thank you, Siri.
I didn't know it was going to do that.
That was amazing. That was perfect. We need to do that all the time.
Producer Siri.
Yeah. Dude, Chat GPT could be a producer of a podcast, right? Pull that up, Jamie. You know, like
Yeah.
that's yeah. I mean,
So
Siri is right there doing it for us.
like they've got those chat bots that these people got AI girlfriends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the technology for an AI producer is probably not that far away.
Let me ask you something, man. If you were in high school right now,
Yeah.
and you were terrible with women. You couldn't get a girl to save your life, because we all remember those kids in high school, right?
Yeah.
If you were one of those kids in high school today, would you get an AI girlfriend?
No, I don't think so.
Like just to text with?
But you know it's AI. You know it's not real.
But the text coming through is just as real as it would be from a real person.
How lonely?
Like the
How
text
lonely?
itself is just as real.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't think I would. Would you?
I don't know, man. I don't
But see,
know, because these kids nowadays, like, and I'm guilty of it because I'm right on that cusp, right? Like, I can feel like I'm talking to somebody with a text conversation.
Yeah.
I feel
Well,
like I'm really talking to that person.
if you look at it like that, and so many of their friends are online now, like if they're gamers,
Right.
especially,
Mm-hmm.
they've got friends that they've never met. Heck, when
Right.
I was running, I had a NASCAR game. No, it was a dirt game. It was a dirt game on Xbox,
Mm-hmm.
and I would come home from work and race with the same four people every morning after work.
Right.
And I'm like, why are they up? We're racing till 6 o'clock in the morning, which even if they were in California, that's like what? Still pretty daggum late.
Still 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah. I finally had to quit that when I was still sitting there playing video
Right.
games when Mary Beth was getting up and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm playing video games.
Well, I actually read a little something this weekend going along with what you just talked about, like online friends, and how Facebook and things like that have diminished the term friend,
Right.
and how like friend it's nowhere close to meaning the same thing that it meant 25 years ago.
Okay. I'm guilty of this. I'll interact with people back and forth on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I see them in public and I'm like paranoid, like not paranoid, but like
You hide. You don't want to talk to them.
I'm like, I don't really want to talk to them. And I mean, it's like positive interactions,
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm like, when I see them in public, I saw one the other day and he's like, what's up, man? I'm like, hey.
Did you freeze?
And started asking me about Paul's race car and some other stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
who is this dude? How does he know all this stuff? And then I realized when he left, I was like, oh, that's one of my Facebook friends that I should know.
See,
But-
that would not have happened 25 years ago.
Right.
Some guy,
Right.
you didn't even know his face.
But
he
I
wouldn't
know
have
him.
known all that about you and your racing and
Yeah.
Paul's racing. And
Yeah, but I know him. You know what I mean? Like I
But you know
know who he is. I went to school with him,
yeah.
and all this other stuff. But like person to person, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting being off of Facebook for as long as I've been off of it now. Because I don't have a clue what has happened in so many people's lives. And Catherine will have a conversation with me and she'll be like, oh yeah, and then their kid and this and that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, they had a kid? Like,
Yeah.
I was so used to being able to keep up with everybody, and now I don't.
I mean, I like it because like I can keep up with all my cousins. I got a ton of cousins.
Right.
And I can keep up with all my cousins, and all on there and
Right.
see what's going on. But
It's really interesting being off of it for a little while, man. And I would say my friend base definitely shrunk
you think so?
from getting off social media. Yeah, because I don't whereas I might consider those people friends, because while you're not talking to them, you are interacting with them in a way. You see their posts, you see what they're doing, you see what they're talking about, you see what their interests are, what their family's up to.
Yeah.
So you're not even talking to that person, but you are in a way interacting with them. And so like you do have this relationship built up almost. And so like, yeah, a lot of people I would have considered friends when I was on social media, I wouldn't even think about them now because I don't see their stuff, you know?
Right.
I don't even
And
see them.
but
They don't
so
exist in my world anymore.
do you miss it?
Dude, we've talked about that before, and I do miss like Christmas time, which we just went through, because I love watching people get surprised and getting the gifts that they wanted. It's so much fun to watch that time of year unfold on social media. But other than that, no, I don't. I used to. I was analyzing it the other day a little bit. I did have some FOMO for a while, like that fear of missing out. Like what am I missing? Because like I said, I talk to my wife or someone who's on social media and they give me these updates, which I didn't even know happened. Like, and they're just saying it in passing, like it's total common knowledge. Right. And like, it's not common knowledge for me. So, I did have a little bit of FOMO at first, but now I don't mind it. No, I don't miss it at all. I don't miss it at all. I do use YouTube still. I try to stay off the YouTube shorts. But I try to stay off the YouTube shorts because that endless scrolling will get you, man. That endless scrolling will get to you.
What's funny about the YouTube shorts, you'll send me a short and I would have already seen it on TikTok 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I don't doubt that at all. Like the Killdozer situation.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh, cool.
There is a
Killdozer too, man.
There is a YouTuber called Whistling Diesel.
Yes. Yeah, I'm familiar with him. I don't watch his videos, but I know who he is. You show me a video or two.
He has bought a Komatsu.
No.
Bulldozer. They say it was the last running one in the country.
No.
And when he picked it up, he went 10 hours out of the way to drive it on the trailer through that town in Colorado.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
Did he get anything thrown at him?
I don't think so, but I think his intent is to build one.
Oh,
is to build a Killdozer. Now, we've talked about Killdozer before. I feel like it was built too heavy.
Yeah, that possibly.
I mean, when you listen to the specs on it, hey, double walled it and then filled it with concrete.
Yes.
I mean, yes, there was no bullets going to get through to him, but he probably could have went with like a single wall plate that was thicker and not done the concrete, except for maybe around the vital areas of him.
Right.
And saved a lot of weight and not had the problems that he had.
Well, imagine with today's technology what an updated Killdozer could do.
Yeah. Now, I think I would put it on a little bit lighter dozer.
Well, if he's going to try to pay homage to the
he's got to build like a replica Killdozer. But
right.
Like if I was building it to do what Killdozer did,
right,
there's changes I would make.
So, what did you think about the little skid steer then that went wild in Nebraska or whatever?
Dude, it was like Killdozer Jr. That was pretty funny.
He flipped a car or something like that, didn't he? He flipped the car with a skid steer and then rammed the bucket into a cop car, I think.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Wild. Is that kind of would you like the more maneuverable, like smaller frame?
I think I would like that. Or even, you could do it on a small John Deere.
Oh, like a tractor.
Yeah.
Ooh. Slow and steady wins the race, dude.
Slow and steady wins the race. You won't be as destructive to property.
Yeah.
But you could make more progress going to different places. I guess I'm looking at more of a zombie apocalypse type situation.
Yeah, longevity. You're looking at longevity.
The smaller John Deere,
a diesel too, like a little. Those have what, a 4-cylinder diesel, 2-cylinder diesel?
Three.
The heck do they run off of? 3?
Yeah, I think 3. I think
There
it's
you go.
3, but diesel you can run off of diesel, you can kind of run off of kerosene.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
you don't have
you,
to shut it off.
you don't have to shut it off.
You can just run that joker. Like you can
If
go to
you're
sleep and just leave that joker running.
Yeah, if you're low on
In drive
diesel,
in one of like the low gears in that tractor, you'll be gaining ground to sleep.
you know. Uh, so I mean, yeah, there's different ways that you could go about using the existing equipment that you already have to, a team up and build something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that'll
Did you
be
watch?
interesting. I'm fascinated with what his build will turn out to be. If you see it, send it to me, okay?
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
keep.
whistling diesel.
We'll stay updated. We'll stay updated on it. This dude just made so much money off of YouTube. It's not even funny.
Man, I love it. I love it. I want everybody to capitalize off of YouTube. Like
Yeah,
it's getting our attention. At least the least we can do as the people who it's getting our attention anyway is capitalize off of it.
yeah. And what's weird is, like, your kids will show you somebody on YouTube, right?
Hmm.
And you've never heard of them,
Yes,
but they've got millions of subscribers, and it's like,
millions.
how does this one person have millions of subscribers and you've never even heard of them?
Right. Well, that Mr. Beast guy, he's the most viewed person on YouTube. I didn't know about him until a couple of years ago.
I don't even like his videos.
I'd never watched one.
Like, I've tried to watch some of them before, and it don't mesh with me.
I enjoy his podcasts. When he appears on podcasts,
Yeah.
his appearances are actually really cool because you get an idea, you get that look behind the scenes, you get an idea where his head's at.
Yeah.
He makes very little money off of most of his videos, which is he's just a really fascinating character. I think that's part of why he is so successful is because he is that fascinating, that out there.
Speaking of podcast,
Yeah.
did you see who's on Rogan this week?
Oh, Joey, right? Uncle Joey?
Uncle Joey.
Yeah, man. I love seeing Uncle Joey on Rogan. And you and I were just talking about that. You said it, I think, that
We said
Joey
it was
Coco
about
Diaz
time.
was due back.
So it is a good one. I listened to it last night.
Oh, did you? I saw that there was a fight companion. Our guy Sean Strickland lost the middleweight title.
No.
The guy who was on Theo just a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
He lost his middleweight title.
Evidently, he didn't want to kill bad enough.
Well, he kind of got robbed a little bit. Most of the fighters who were there and people who watched it are saying he won the fight, but the judges gave it to the other guy. Again, I don't think that I don't think the UFC wanted him as the champion.
No, they don't want him as champion.
That guy's a wild boy. He was out there jumping dirt bikes and stuff like that as the champion. Like he could get catastrophically injured in that and never have another UFC fight, but he's out there doing it. You know what I mean? Like that's not the type of guy they want as the champion. But
Right.
Anyway, do we need to hit these notes, man?
Man, I'm looking at him. I mean, we're just kind of. I don't know what your conspiracy corner has in store this week.
It's pretty.
But
okay one.
My meme has a little bit of conspiracy to it.
Okay.
And it involves football. Have I given away too much? Does that
No? Can we go ahead and go over it though?
All right.
Well, you don't have to send me the meme.
No, let's move the football to the meme because it's very important to what it has to do with.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah, we'll move the playoff talk. The playoff talk. We'll move that to the meme.
Very important to that.
Okay,
so
sounds good.
We'll tease that a little bit.
Sounds good.
Keep y'all wondering what's going on there.
Stay tuned for the end of the show. It's the last segment of the show every week is the meme of the week. Stay tuned.
If you make it that far, we appreciate it.
That's right.
You had a birthday. We both had birthdays in the family this week.
That's right. You've got a kid with January 18th, and I've got a kid with January 18th as a birthday. So my boy turned 12. We had his party for him this weekend. Chucker, I did something I didn't think I would ever do. I bought the boy Jordans.
Like real Jordans?
Like real, brand new, out of the box Jordans.
Wow.
Shoes. I never thought I'd spend that kind of money on a pair of tennis shoes for
Is he a sneakerhead?
I guess he wants to be. See, he had asked for these really specific Kobe's for Christmas, but
Okay.
they were a very special release and like only in certain Foot Lockers and all this stuff.
Right.
Anyway, like you could get them secondhand from someone who made that, right? Who went
Right.
there and got it, but you couldn't buy it like firsthand anymore.
Oh wow.
But they were like $600. I was like, no way, dude. You're not getting those for Christmas. Like it's not even an option. But here we are at his birthday just a few weeks later buying him Jordans. So
Okay.
the
Well,
sneaker game has come a long way, man.
does he like him?
He loves them. He was he was not bending his ankles. He was walking around trying not
He
to
don't want to
crease
crease
them.
him.
He don't want to crease them.
Dude,
Like he
look,
really
man.
wants to take care of these things. Like, okay, so we had him in a bag when we gave it to him, right? A little
Right.
birthday bag, right? And he peeks in there. He sees like the little Jordan logo on the box, and he
Yeah.
immediately hands his phone to his mom, and he's like, "Record me opening this." And so, she recorded him, and he was super stoked. He was very, very happy with his Jordan. So praise God, baby.
Yeah. My kids have done that where they walk around like that. I'm like, what are y'all doing? Walk around. We don't want to crease my shoes.
Apparently, they sell like little protectors that you can slide in them now. I don't know anything about all this.
Dude, they're shoes. They're made to be walked in. These
Right.
shoes are made for walking.
That's my thing. Like, I'm paying all of this money for these shoes, and he's gonna walk in them. Like, they're gonna like. I
Right.
expect them to get worn. That's why I'm worried about spending. If I was spending all that money for them to go up on a shelf, I wouldn't be near as worried. But
Walking.
I know they're gonna get creased. I know they're gonna get scuffed. I know they're gonna get dirty. But
so
I never
strange.
thought I would actually do that. I never thought I'd actually spend that kind of money on some tennis shoes for a 12-year-old who's going to outgrow them like that.
Well, if he outgrows them, then he can put them on a shelf or put them in like one of those cases and be like, those are my first Jordans.
My
Those
first
were the ones
Jordans.
that started the obsession with Jordans.
Yeah. Now I did make sure we got him some with a little bit of black and red on them.
Yeah.
He's got them Georgia colors, them Falcons
Yeah.
colors. He's got those running through the Jordans. So that's cool. It matches most of his outfits because it's all the boy cares about nowadays.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
Man, to be in
Them
middle
birthday
school,
Jordans, dude.
I wanted. Okay, so I think when I was in middle school, the Reebok pumps
Ooh.
were all the rage.
Yeah. Yeah.
High tops, and I was able to finally get a pair.
You
And
did
guess
get a
what?
pair?
I did get a pair, and I outgrew them.
Yeah.
And then I played hard in them,
Yep.
and then they got thrown away.
Man, when I was in middle school, my so the pumps were your shoe in middle school.
Right.
When I was in middle school, it was Converse, man. I had to have me a pair of Converse.
Yeah.
Had to have me a pair of Converse. That was I had to have me a pair.
I think I still got a pair.
Oh, I definitely still have a pair.
Yeah. I haven't worn them in a while. They kind of hurt.
Yeah, they're not the most comfortable shoe, but I had to have them. I would wear, dude. I was a weirdo in freaking middle school. I would wear tube socks with Converse, like different colored tube socks, different colored Converse. I was all over the place, man.
Okay, so
I had a mullet. Yeah,
yeah.
I was like,
I was a strange bird there.
yeah.
So, do you remember the fad of buying two different pairs of two different color Converses and then swapping them?
Yeah, of course. I did it. I did it when I was in middle school. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay. And then there was also the fad, somebody was custom making them where it basically stacked the high top part of it.
Oh, so you could get them higher.
In different colors.
Oh, weird. No, I never saw that.
That was in the 80s.
That's pretty cool. No, I never caught that one.
You were born in 89?
88.
No, 88.
Yeah.
So
right there,
yeah.
right on the brink.
Right on the brink.
Oh, praise God. Yeah. So we had we gave away birthday Jordans this week, and we've got a nephew for the week. I had a sister-in-law and brother-in-law go out of town. They're in the Dominican Republic, sending me pictures of the beautiful sunny beaches down there.
Mission trip or vacation?
No. Best friend's 40th birthday. There is a big getaway for a 40th birthday. So yeah. So lucky them. I hope they're enjoying it. But we've got their boy. We've got their little boy. He's 3.5 years old.
I need better friends.
Right? That's what I was thinking. I think they all had to pay their own way, but still.
Yeah. I've, of course, I've never been on a plane, never been out of the country, so that would be quite a.
I got rode into a will this weekend, actually. Now that I'm
Really?
thinking about it, yeah, I got rode into a will, man. This boy will be willed to me if anything happens to him while they're out of the country.
Can you handle that responsibility?
Oh, I suppose so. I got plenty of kids already.
Yeah.
One might say I have a plethora.
A plethora. Would you have to get a bigger car?
No, we keep their Atlas.
Oh yeah, that's right. So you keep the Atlas and the kid, like it's a it's a combo.
Yeah, I hope so. Right now, it's a combo for the week. I'm driving around. Chuck and I were talking before the show. I've got a VW Atlas for the week, and it's a pretty sweet little ride. I'm not going to lie. I do kind of prefer my Chevy because it handles like a truck. Whereas the Volkswagen, my Chevrolet Traverse, my Chevy Traverse, I like it because it handles more like a truck. And this Volkswagen does not. It handles more, I'd say more like a compact car.
Yeah.
Even with its large size, it handles more like a compact car. I feel like I'm lower to the ground. It handles really good. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful, but
it's made for the Autobahn.
Yeah. I could definitely see myself going pretty fast in it.
Yeah. I'm going to guess it's white.
You would be incorrect.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's nice. It's black. Black.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's got. Oh, really? It's got the black interior, black outside, black exterior. It's got the little lights when you open up the door. The little Volkswagen emblem pops down on the ground. You know.
Nice.
It's really nice, man.
Does it have the big moon roof?
Oh yeah. It's got that monster. We opened that up last night.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah. It's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful car. Volkswagen puts together a nice car. I just hate working on them.
Yeah, me too.
I hate working on them, man. It's my least favorite car to work on.
I've got 4. 2 of them don't run. So do you really count? Well, one of them runs. Yeah. One of them don't run. And it's a long way from it. But 3 out of the 4. I've been driving the GTI, and it's so nice getting 30 miles to the gallon.
I bet that's much easier on the pocketbook.
Yeah, like I filled it up last night, and I had to fill it up with high test, and it was $40 to fill it up. And I was like, "This is awesome! I filled this thing up. I'm probably going to drive it for 2 weeks on this tank of gas."
Oh yeah,
and it only cost me $40.
Oh yeah, that's going to be awesome, man. Yeah, that's the great thing about those little cars, man. That's the one thing I do like about my little Civic. I hate everything else about it except for the gas cost. I do. I hate everything else about that Civic.
It's easier to work on than the Volkswagen.
Way easier to work on. That's true. I could work on one of them 4-cylinder Hondas with my eyes closed, dude.
Yeah.
You know, they're so easy to learn. There's they're good cars for mechanics.
Yeah.
You ready for an ad break, my friend?
Let's do the ad break.
All right. No, I think it's got to be more airy.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Because he's got like an airiness to his voice.
Yeah. I walked into Florida and I said, this is a great state. So I said, wow, what a great state. Yeah. I don't know.
There you go, man. We're getting there.
All right. All right, we're back. I hope you enjoyed those awesome ads. And
yeah,
they're great. So John, you know that when we book vacations, you find it kind of funny because we'll book a vacation this far out.
Yep.
And then we will change it.
Yeah, you're going to cancel.
Not me.
Anything you book is going to get canceled.
my wonderful wife will cancel it, change it, may just change the room, may change the whole destination.
That's right.
But right now we're going to Ron DeSantimonious' Florida.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
That's a typical place for a Georgian to vacation.
so speaking of Ron, he has dropped out of the presidential race.
Yep.
Um, and the name DeSantimonious, Trump said he was going to retire it.
It's do you think that means he's going to be his VP?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't want Ron DeSantis to leave Florida.
Right.
I liked
Right.
what he's done with Florida. I love it.
Right.
I love it. So like we're supposed to go to Daytona. We've got a room picked out in Daytona.
Mhm.
We got Airbnb. So I'm
Mhm.
putting it out right now that what are our chances of keeping this room? What do you think?
When is it for?
June.
Oh, 6 months? Yeah, no way.
No way. So you think there's zero chance that this is the hotel that we commit to?
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no way you guys actually go to the room that you've booked.
Right
Now,
now.
you might go to Florida.
Well,
You
we're
might
gonna
go
go
to the same area of Florida.
right, but you don't think you think that Mary Beth's gonna get on there, find a different deal, and stop, Natty. Heck, I'm dogs.
We got guests this week.
Yeah. Come, come on. Anyway, she would do the podcast if she could.
I bet. I bet. Natty
So
loves
this
being
is
around.
that's
Say hey, Natty.
Say hey to your fans, Natty. Okay,
They
there
hear
you
you
go.
every week, baby.
They hear you now. They've seen you. All right, that's the Natty dog. But
Yep.
I think she will probably find a better deal.
Yeah, I'd be willing to say she will find a totally different theme. I think you guys could wind up on a cruise or in the mountains.
No,
Something like that.
we've got to go to that area so we can see Cheyenne.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah, then you're definitely going to change venues.
Definitely change venues. Okay.
Yeah, you're definitely going to change venues. You're going to go to that area of Florida. Good point. I forgot all about that. You guys
Yeah,
got a
well,
vacation near them. You're definitely going to go. You might change coasts of Florida. You could
I hope
change
not.
coasts.
Well,
Where are
that
you
would
on
put
the
us.
Atlantic right now or Gulf?
Yeah, we're on the Atlantic. That would put us in Clearwater.
Uh,
That's the other end of I-4.
dude, leading
So,
back to Scientology.
so we want to try to avoid that.
I'm glad I changed the conspiracy theory now because it's Florida related.
Okay, really? There's a Florida
Yeah.
conspiracy?
Well, yeah, imagine that. Imagine that. You can probably guess where in Florida. Um, but dude, yeah, there's no chance. I give it zero chance. What about you?
I think it's 50-50 this time.
Okay. Okay, you like your chances.
I like it, and the reason why is because I compile. Okay, so I don't really care where we stay,
Right?
right? You know, I don't. I
Right.
just want a place, a home base. I don't want to stay in a hotel. I want to do an Airbnb. I want a couch
Mm-hmm.
so I can sit down on the couch because if I have to lay in bed and watch TV, working this after I've done flip my time and all that, I'm out. It
Right.
don't matter what time of day it is, I'm out.
Right.
And so I'm like, my requirement is we have a TV. I mean, a couch to watch TV on.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Beth's requirement was she wanted because Charlie might bring a friend, might not bring a friend. I don't know, because when you only got one left,
Right.
it's just take a friend. It's still cheaper than taking all five of us.
Yeah.
But so she wanted separate bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the only requirements, and it be in Daytona.
Okay.
I tried to get New Smyrna Beach or Cocoa Beach. That for some reason we had to go to Daytona. I don't know. But
Is it
so
a
I went,
namesake thing for
huh?
Daytona?
I don't
You
know
think it's
what.
like a namesake thing? Is it the name of Daytona?
Well,
Just wanting to go there?
I don't know. Well, her thing was we'd never been to Daytona together
Oh, okay.
till like last weekend. We had, when we went up there and visited
Right.
Daytona. So We'd never been to Daytona and spent the week down there. She's like, I really think you'll like it. It's cool. I'm like, baby, it's got its own like like stop, Natty. I done gave her too much attention. Um, it's got its own segment on Patrol Live.
No
There's
way.
there's enough crime in Volusia County that, that
Every night they can tune in.
well on the weekends 2 nights it's on live. You can go
Okay.
to Daytona. I mean, it's usually just DUIs and little domestic disputes, but
Sure.
and some illegals, wrecking and running. That was pretty funny. They had to go around, so they wrecked at this intersection, and then they all spilled out and went running. And
You ain't catching them.
Yeah, but since it was on live TV, and you've got people watching there, like we've got to, come to a solution, right?
Yeah.
Within 30 minutes of it happening, it's a 3-hour long show. Within 30 minutes of it happening, they had the intersection traffic camera video of these guys rolling out of the car and seeing which ways they went. And they rounded all 3 of them up.
No way. They managed to find all of them?
Yeah, and they're like, we wasn't in that car. And one of them pulls up their phone and goes, that's not you. Okay.
That's pretty fast, man. 30 minutes?
Yeah.
Dang, dude. The cops aren't messing around.
Yeah. So, I mean, so I'm like, I haven't enjoyed Daytona. I've enjoyed it the times I've been there, but I've never looked at it as like, this is where I want to go stay for a week. I've never been there for a week. It's always been
Right.
like 1 or 2 day short trips or coming up from Orlando.
Right.
So we'll see.
That's
We'll see.
awesome, man. I definitely think you guys will change venues, though.
Okay. Well,
At least.
right now we're across the street from the beach.
She's gonna find one on the beach before
I
you
found
before you
one
go.
on the beach. I found one. So what I did was I took on Airbnb. Stop! I'm fixing to beat the heck out of this dog.
You can't do that on the podcast, man. Come on.
You remember
Wait
when
till
Southside? You've heard the story of Southside Steve throwing the dog out the window on 285.
No.
Okay, well, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So I built this list of places that I liked
Mm-hmm.
that met the criteria that she wanted and I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, pick one. And then I texted the list to Charlie and Mary Beth. Well,
Right.
the one we ended up getting was the one Charlie picked. And then she went and found it. She's like, "Ooh, check this place out." And I'm like, "It's on my freaking list. Are you not looking at the list?
She ain't looking at your list.
I made you a list." And she goes, "What do you think about it?" I said, "If it's on the list, I like it. If it's on the list, you don't even have to ask me.
It's on the list.
It's on the list. I'm good.
Check the
I'm good.
list.
Check the list. There's a reason I made a list."
You're one for lists, man. You make a lot of lists.
Yeah, I'm a list person. She does not. She can go to the grocery store without a list
Ooh.
and usually get everything.
Yeah, I can do that.
I can, but I walk in circles.
It just might take you a little while.
There's probably good footage of me at Kroger going back and forth and back and forth, and then there's like some guy that sits there and watches the cameras like, "Oh, he's back. Let's see how many laps he made." Just so.
That's hilarious.
It's but speaking of usually get everything we got. All right, so something happened that I didn't think would happen.
Okay.
We ran out of toilet paper.
Oh, God
for
forbid.
the first time since the pandemic.
Ooh. Whew. This was your first time out of toilet paper?
Since the pandemic.
So, have you been stocked up since then?
So we accidentally stocked up.
You were part of the problem.
No. Before the rush happened, before it was even a thing, before they started talking about the lockdowns, we had gone to Sam's and bought 2 things of toilet paper for whatever reason. So we were already 2 up.
Yeah.
So then every time we would go to Sam's, during all that, we would get what they would let us buy, which would be 1.
Right.
So we were stocked. We wasn't trying to stockpile it, like go get it all and then sell it for it all. No, we were just like, okay, they'll let us get 1. Let's go ahead and get 1.
Yeah.
Well, we had about probably 6 of the big packs at one point. Just doing like that,
Yeah.
and we finally ran out a week ago.
Oh my
To the
gosh.
point to where like we didn't have 1 in reserve. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you were out.
Yeah, we were like out. Like we had to go downstairs. Charlie had some, whatever, but upstairs we were out. And Charlie gets the cheap stuff. Not that he buys it. That's just what he ends up.
Dang, you guys give him the short end of the stick on toilet paper? You guys skimp him on the toilet paper?
Well, no, what happened was
No, just be honest, dude.
Sierra and Zach had bought some toilet paper that they didn't like.
Uh-huh.
And we were up there at their house and they're like, we don't like this toilet paper.
And y'all didn't like it either.
And Mary Beth, was like, yeah, I'll take it, whatever, I don't care. So when we get home, she handed Charlie, she goes, here, put this in your bathroom.
Man, but you know what? When I was a kid, I didn't care.
No, man.
I didn't care. I didn't think twice about what kind of toilet paper I was using.
No.
That's a grown-up thing, man.
I didn't care till high school when we had that John Wayne toilet paper.
Oh.
It was rough, tough, and wouldn't take crap off nobody.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. The high school bathroom had the worst toilet paper.
Right?
It had the worst toilet paper. You've never seen worse toilet paper than a high school bathroom.
It's like, where do they get this?
That John Wayne toilet paper, dude.
I mean, how do you can't even buy this bad of toilet paper at Dollar General. This is like,
you ain't lying, man.
Maybe Dollar Tree. Have you ever tried a Dollar Tree steak?
No, I've never seen the Dollar Tree have steak.
So Dollar Tree has dollar steaks.
No, they don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real, right?
I mean, it's beef.
It's real?
It says it's real. Maybe we should get one. We have a challenge for Chef Drew.
Okay.
We bring him a Dollar Tree steak.
Okay.
And he has to cook it like he would any other steak, like a Drew steak.
Yeah.
Like how he does when he gets some Kobe.
Yeah.
He has to do that treatment to the Dollar Tree steak.
All right. I bet if we give him a really good cut of meat and a Dollar Tree steak, he could make them both to where we couldn't tell the difference.
Oh, blind taste test?
Yeah.
Like you're blindfolded and he puts out a piece in front of you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that would be a good crossover for the YouTube channels.
Oh, it sure would, dude. It sure would.
Yeah. You have to get Drew in on that, and I'll come over there.
Run it by him.
We'll come over there and do like maybe a Saturday recording. And, get him to do a Dollar Tree steak. And what do you consider a really good, like a really good from the butcher shop, or like
no, just
good Kroger steak?
It can be a Kroger steak, it can be whatever. We'll talk to him. I'll get his input on that.
Get his input on it, and we'll see.
All right.
I think that'll be fun because I think
dollar or not. Is it dollar or not?
Yeah, is it dollar or not? The dollar or not challenge, and then we can have Drew on the show and have just a little roundtable discussion about it.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a bunch of content for his channel, a bunch of content for our channel. It'd be great, man. That sounds good.
What makes us both go viral.
Oh yeah, dollar or not, dude.
Dollar or not, Dollar Tree steak.
You never know. You never know. Do you want to talk about the cicadas, or do you want to get it? What do you want to do?
I'm on a roll, man.
All right, let's talk about cicadas then.
Okay, so we're all going to die.
The cicada story has come out again this year.
Okay, so I went and did a little bit of studying last night
Okay.
So we have, for the first time since Thomas Jefferson was president, we've got the 13-year cicadas and the 17-year cicadas have paired up,
Holy
and
smokes.
they're coming out
What
at the
does this
same
mean?
time. This means it's going to be noisy.
Is that it?
I think so.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
don't think it's like some people. Oh, it's going to be a plague. What do cicadas do when they come up out of the ground? They molt, they mate, they make a lot of noise, and then they die.
And then they die.
So, we got cicadas come in the shop all the time in the summertime.
Oh, all the time. They'll
I mean,
fly
we'll
up under
catch
a
them
truck.
and throw them at people, and
Oh, yeah.
they get caught in the dust that's on the lights.
Yes.
It's hilarious, but
One
those are
little
not.
cobweb and they're done.
Yeah, yeah.
They can't
So,
fly no more.
but those are not those are annual cicadas.
Those are annuals.
Yes,
Okay, so these are a 13-year and a 17-year cycle, you said?
yes.
Interesting.
So, like when they mate and they make new baby cicada larvae,
Mm-hmm.
they will fall out of the tree, and they will go in the ground for 17 years, and they're not hibernating.
What are they doing? Growing?
They're in there like eating tree sap and
Like living?
living. They're living life for a bug now for 17 years, living underground, and then it comes up and dies. So like that's like waking up in the morning and you finally get to go walk outside. You got to go find your girlfriend, and then you die.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible.
That sucks, man. That sucks. I do not want to live underground.
No.
Nothing ever made me want to live underground.
So, but there's a lot of people that's worried about the cicadas. Like you see it on Facebook posts. It's like, ooh, the cicada.
Well, what do they eat? Like, could they do some damage to crops? Like, is that what we're worried about? We don't even grow most of our own food here anymore.
I don't think they eat that much when they pop out.
Oh.
I think they've got one thing on their mind.
It's breeding time.
Yeah,
it's open season.
I mean, they've been eating for 17 years.
Right.
Now it's time to play.
Yeah.
It's time to get down to business.
Yeah. Right. I'm with you. Well, so we're talking about billions of cicadas.
Yes, cicadas of biblical proportions is what people are worried about.
Yes.
On Facebook. And I'm just like, cool. Topwater fishing will be better.
Right. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like.
But have you there's some nights they get really, really loud.
They get really loud, man. Have you ever listened to the crickets like slow down, like a cricket chirps slow down before?
Yeah.
It's and like how it sounds like the symphony and all that stuff, and it's
Yeah.
these beautiful, amazing tones that they're actually making.
Yeah.
It's really interesting how that works, man.
It is pretty cool the way animals do that. Now I've got a little like this pond beside us is a bunch of frogs.
Oh.
And I don't hear it like when I come home from work in the summertime, but like say I'm out right at dark,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounds like a doggone war zone down there. All the noises they're making.
I don't doubt it.
It's so weird. You're like, what is that?
Them frogs can get crazy. We had the people who owned this house before us had dug they were going to put an in-ground trampoline in the backyard. So they had dug this humongous pit. And the guy who lived here before us, he was huge. He was a firefighter. He was a big dude. And he wanted to be able to jump on this trampoline. So the pit was like 5-6 foot deep. And he never put the trampoline in it. He never finished digging it. He never did any of that. So it just turned into a frog pond. Nice. So when we bought right before we bought the place, he filled it in and like tried to cover it up and all that stuff. But all the frogs were still here when we moved in. So they had nowhere to go. They were just still here, all pissed off.
You could have had a revolt.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I still see them all the time when I go outside.
They may have brought Chad.
Chad the armadillo?
Yes, as revenge.
Oh, they might have. They may have enlisted him, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that could
Them
be.
animals, you never know. You never know who they're communicating with.
Yeah. Well, hit me with a conspiracy corner, man.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man. We're headed back to the great state of Florida. We've been there most of the show, so why not head back?
Might as well.
Here we go. The conspiracy theory is
Okay.
Disney created Frozen as a distraction. Here it is. People have long discussed the conspiracy that Walt Disney used cryogenics technology to freeze himself when he died,
Right.
even though the Disney family refutes the claims.
Correct.
However, a new theory is that the Walt Disney Company created Frozen as a way to hack Google's search algorithm and distract consumers from information about the late Walt Disney's possible frozen procedure.
So if you Google Disney Frozen,
Good luck finding anything about Walt Disney being frozen.
because you just find the movie.
Right.
Wow. That's a pretty good one.
That's a pretty good conspiracy theory, dude. I had never heard of it, and I thought it was really interesting. It's definitely, I mean, it plays right into modern times.
Okay. Yeah. That
Yeah, it plays right into how the algorithm works and all of that. I kind of buy it, dude. What do you think? Could you
mean,
see that?
I could see that. I could see that could be a real thing. Because
Now,
they could have named that movie anything.
that's true. That's
Like
true.
Snow White is Snow White. Pocahontas is Pocahontas. The Little Mermaid is a different name. But if
Ariel,
you
Cinderella,
if you look at if you look
Rapunzel.
at the trend,
Yeah.
there's very few that don't have what's the girl on Frozen?
Elsa.
So they didn't call it Elsa.
Nope.
Disney's Elsa. They called it Disney's Frozen.
That's
They
right.
had a reason for picking Frozen.
Do you think it was just to distract people and get them off of the topic? Not that Walt Disney's frozen, but just to try to, or do you think it was that Walt Disney's frozen and they're really trying to throw people off the trail? Because like they could conspire to do this to distract people from that story, whether he was actually frozen or not, right?
Right.
Just to put it away and quit the
Or
talk.
the fact that people they looked at they looked at the data and seen that people were Googling Frozen a lot, and they said, "Well, we'll use that like a free promotion of the new movie."
Yeah, yeah. Well, I've heard this theory expressed. Now that I'm thinking about it for a minute, I did hear this theory expressed about Black Panther, and the reason that they came out with the movie Black Panther is so that if you Google Black Panther, you can't find anything about the Black Panther Party.
Ooh, I thought it was to keep you from finding the Black Panther that roams the southeast.
Yeah, the Florida Panther.
Yeah,
yeah.
Man, those are good. Those are good conspiracy. I like that conspiracy. That was a good one.
Yeah. Do you think Walt's frozen?
I think if anybody is cryogenically, wow, I said it.
You did say
The first try. I'm sorry, y'all. That was big for me.
You did say it. Congratulations, man.
I think if anyone was cryogenically frozen, it would be Walt.
Yeah.
Because at the time of his death, he's probably the only one that had the money and the technology to do it.
I think you're probably right.
But I don't think he is.
Really?
No, I think he's dead.
Dead, done.
DRT.
Well, I agree with you. I think he's dead. I don't think he's frozen. I do like the conspiracy theory though.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's a great one.
Yep. You got a meme for me this week.
I got a meme.
You do. We teased it. That's right.
And it ties into some conspiracies. So here you go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Now
Pulling it up.
Okay.
Go ahead. What are you going to say?
It's been all over TikTok.
Okay.
that there is a conspiracy that they already know who's going to play in the Super Bowl when they release the logo
Yes.
and the
You
colors.
said you told
We've
me
talked
about that
about
a
that.
couple weeks ago. Yep.
All right, now this has popped up.
Okay. Here we go. This is from New England Patriots Nation on Facebook. Not that it matters. So, should the other 6 teams still play the divisional round this weekend, or should we all just wait for the Super Bowl since the Ravens and 49ers are already supposed to play according to the news? Here we go. So, apparently, they posted on the news that Reba McEntire, Usher, and Post Malone are slated to perform at San Francisco 49ers and Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl matchup on February 11th. Wow.
Yeah,
That's a little bit strange.
that's a little bit strange. And if you look at the logo, those are the colors in the logo that they've
Really?
already.
Those are the
Yes,
colors they have.
those are the colors. Which
Interesting.
it could be the Chiefs in Baltimore because red.
Okay.
But
No, the Chiefs and Baltimore are both AFC.
oh, so it can't be the Chiefs in Baltimore.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, so I'm putting this out there. We are going to watch this.
Well, if people are onto them, do they change it
Oh,
to throw people off the trail? You know,
okay.
some NFL exec somewhere has seen this, and they're like, if it's fixed, do they do something different to try to throw us off the trail? And did they purposely throw this out there? And then like it's even more hype for Taylor Swift to be at the Super Bowl and all that stuff, right? To have for the camera to be able to cut from Travis to her. He catches a touchdown at the Super Bowl. They're kissing on the sidelines with the confetti falling. Like, yeah, I mean, come on. It kind of sets up not going with the conspiracy this year.
Well, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. Now,
we will see.
In the game last night, he would get a touchdown. They would pan to her, is what I was told. I didn't get to watch it.
Sure.
Did you? And then, I mean, dude, it was the Kelceys were the main thing at that game last night.
Yeah, I saw you sent me a video of Jason just going wild, man. Yeah, that guy was having the time of his life.
Jumping out with his shirt off, jumping out of the suite with his shirt off.
Yep. And I text you back. That's the Kelce we deserve, man.
That's America's Kelce right there.
It sure enough is. That's America's Kelce.
It's a guy supporting his brother, watching the game that he loves.
Yeah.
With his mom and future sister-in-law.
Yep.
I
more than likely.
More than likely. I think he's the one that tames the shrew.
Really? You think they tie the knot?
Yeah.
Wow, you heard it here, folks.
But yeah, so that's the meme. Is it a conspiracy? Is it not? So we kind of hit you there with double conspiracies.
Yeah, I like it, man. I like it. I hope it does play out to be the 49ers and the Ravens. That would be cool.
And then I hit you with another one.
Oh, you sent me another one? We're doing double memes?
It's just funny. It'll just make you laugh. I think we've had this one before.
Garth Algar party on Wayne. Yeah, dude. That's awesome.
That's my favorite meme ever.
It's Wayne from Wayne's World up on Garth Brooks' face. Right? Yeah. Huh?
That's Garth.
Yeah, Garth. I'm sorry. Garth. I'm sorry. Garth on Wayne's. Yes.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
Yeah, it come up on my memories where I had shared it before on Facebook, and I'm like, I will share this every year from now on.
It's so good, man.
I will do it.
I love it.
Well, that was a great show, John. We've still got to plan out the Uno championship.
Yeah, we're not good planners.
We're not good. Look, people, we suck at stuff. There's 2 things that we're bad about: making plans and reviewing movies.
We found that out.
We're better at making plans than we are reviewing movies, but
I think we're going to be pretty good at telling Dollar or Not.
Dollar or Not is going to be awesome. So check us out. We're on all the things.
All the things.
All the
Wherever
things.
you want to get your podcast, that's where we are.
Make sure
Apple,
you
Spotify. If you're on Spotify, you can watch the video. We're also on YouTube now.
Yep. Hit the little like thing. Do the little subscribe thing, and
Yep.
let's grow this thing. Is the only way it grows is by our listeners telling people about it.
That's right.
So this is up to y'all. This is a lot of response. I understand.
Help us out.
It's a lot of responsibility,
Yep.
but it's up to y'all to save the podcast. I mean, we're not going anywhere. But,
Not planning on it.
So we'll see y'all.
Thanks, guys. Later, night shifters.